Hi, everyone. Had a few questions about AI, which is obviously a big thing in the world and in your generation in particular, because we have a lot of unknowns. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and hopefully give you some ideas and hope in terms of how this thing might unravel. I don't believe there's any experts really in AI. I mean, there's experts who know about AI, but the impacts of AI, which is what really wanted to kind of talk about here, that's a different question. I think that's a question of how this new technology is going to roll out across the world. And I don't think anybody really understands how that might happen. So let's explore it together a little bit, which is what this video starts with. I think the AI impacts, to understand it, you need to understand a little bit of, I guess, history. We don't know how it's going to play out, but we do know there are some good examples. And I guess Charlie Chaplin over here, a famous comedian from the generation, I guess, when manufacturing became automated and industrialized, and essentially a lot of people had to change jobs. A lot of simple jobs like this were disappeared. So we have had experience with industrialization in the manufacturing and manual work area. What is new, of course, is that now AI is coming for knowledge workers. We were immune. Anybody who used their brain in a day-to-day sense seemed to be less impacted by any of the previous technologies. But now we have a case where education doesn't protect us. We're not immune to the new wave of impacts. And indeed, it's a great leveler. It used to be if you sweat in your work and you get dirty in your work, then, you could be replaced in your work. If not by machinery, then upcoming kind of robots and things like that. But we never really thought our brain work would be affected. And of course, it has. So now we have a new world order to kind of get used to. There's two things I think we need to talk about, and the different worries that you might have about what AI is going to do. I think the first thing is that people worry about the work being replaced. Especially young people looking for their first, second, early stage career jobs. It is a worry. I mean, this is a dislocation, a discontinuity in the rollout of time. AI has created a new world in a way for the future anyway. So we are grappling with a lot of these things. So I think everybody uses AI. I'm pretty sure, at least, in hidden ways like grammar checks. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for, in a sense, a version of AI, which is, I guess, translation. There's a blur between what technology or what you call AI. But we are, of course, the beneficiaries of so much wonderful things to be able to communicate. I'm speaking in English. You're reading this in Chinese, probably. And even you could hear me in Chinese in all probability if you have the right apps. So it is an issue that the world changes and the jobs change with the world. So here's the risk, right? Productivity of the older generation, not even myself, but anybody who's already got a job, we can think of as the older generation, they're lucky. And so they will be able to become more productive, like the software coders. They can do so much more. Therefore, they don't need you if you're just wanting to get your first job. So productivity is a real risk. But I want to kind of make sure that every one of you is not kind of daunted, not scared, not, you don't lose confidence about this. There will be jobs, there'll be different jobs. And yes, you might have been aspiring to one thing and that suddenly has become a little less easy. But there will be, I guess, more competitiveness for the existing jobs, but there could also be more opportunities. So I think to understand the future, you have to be a lot more agile and flexible. And often, the people who are listening to me are thinking project management, and I'll share with you why I think we're perhaps luckier than most. And that's something that maybe makes you feel a little more comfortable. I have seen in my time many different technology waves come through, right? I mean, I wasn't there for the mainframe, but I was there for the PC revolution, the portable desktops, laptops, the internet, the web in all its various forms, the cloud more recently. I mean, there's so many different technology kind of paradigms, stages that I've probably skipped a few. And now it's AI. So, in a sense, we can learn a lot by looking at what has happened in the past. And the biggest thing to say to you is that it's not all doom and gloom. The world is very complex, and there's always room for, I guess, smart, keen people to contribute to where we're going. So don't lose confidence, don't lose faith.